Hey fam, and welcome to LoL Diary! I am Kitcha, the host for this show, and today I'm gonna teach you about the most important aspect of League of Legends. Yes, I'm talking about farming, CSing. It's so basic, yet many players are not optimal with this. And I'm gonna give you some really practical tips, some drills actually, that will help you improve your creep score. Now please remember that 3 minion waves equals more gold than a kill grants you. So please respect how important this is. I see so many players in lower elo that simply don't respect how important farming is. Just by improving your farming, you can rise divisions. Let's get started. First of all, I want to tell you a bit about myself. I am by no means a professional player, I'm far from it. But ever since I started these sessions I'm gonna introduce to you guys, I have improved a lot myself. Just a couple of months ago, I got an average of, let's see here, 60 CS in 10 minutes when I played in a custom game. That's not very impressive. While today, after these months of practice, I averaged 90 CS in the first 10 minutes when playing in a custom game. That's a huge improvement. So I'm going to give you 3 different sessions, drills, exercises, call them whatever you want. The first 2 of them I do daily without any exception, and the last one I do as much as I have time for. Oh, and all of these are in custom games, so go ahead, create a custom game, have 0 to 1 bots, doesn't really matter, and then go to the mid lane yourself. So for exercise number 1, I want you to pick the one champion you want to improve with when it comes to farming. Choose the masteries and runes and starting items that you would normally get into lane with. And the goal here is to get the best CS you can during the 10 first minutes, and the rules follow. You can only auto attack when last hitting or setting up minions. Setting up can for instance mean that if you see that 3 minions are gonna die at the same time, you can hit one of them and thus have enough time to last hit all of them. The second rule, you may use spells but only for last hitting. And the third rule, there's an exception. If the enemy wave is much huger and will push into your tower 100%, you're allowed to use spells and auto attacks to neutralize the wave until the number of minions are even on both sides. This way you'll practice some wave clearing as well. So you get the drill. This exercise is bread and butter. This is the one that will make you really comfortable with CSing with your favorite champion. The next exercise, however, will be a little bit harder. This one is also 10 minutes in the mid lane, just like last one. This time you're forced to pick a ranged AP champion, like Ari or Lux or Vladimir, whoever you want to. But it has to be AP with respective AP runes, AP masteries. You go for typical AP starter items like Doran's ring, and this time you're only allowed to last hit with auto attacks and spells. You're not allowed to wave clear even if you get pushed into the tower. This way you will be forced to practice farming under your turret as well, and you will practice freezing lane as well. And this one is perfect in teaching you how to last hit with champs that aren't really that great to last hit with. I mean, let's face it, Ari is much harder to last hit with than an ADC. Also, this exercise is perfect to train other stuff in as well if you have anything you want to improve on besides CSing. I know for once that my map awareness isn't that good at all, so in this exercise I have a personal rule to look at a minimap every time I kill a minion. It's really stressful, it sometimes makes me lose even more minions than I intended, but it's really good practice, but that's up to you. The most important part is that you only last hit with your auto attacks and skills. Last but not least, the third one, also 10 minutes, also in the mid lane, but this time you 1 versus 1 a friend of yours. Pick a friend who you know will pressure you a lot in lane, still focus on farming, but also remember to harass him, keep yourself alive during the pressure, and this one is obviously the hardest one by far, but also important. Just CSing without any pressure won't help you in the long run. It will make you mechanically better, but translating it into actual games will require some actual practice against other human beings. I mean, if you find someone who is decent in a game that you play, just add that person and say, hey, do you want 1 versus 1? And I promise you, all these 3 exercises combined will make you so much better at farming. Once again, I've improved my average CSing during the first 10 minutes with 30 CS average. That's huge. I think that's around 600 or 700 gold. I haven't done the math for it, but I think it's somewhere along those lines. That's a lot of gold, and I can promise you, ever since I gotten better at farming, I do so much better in lane. Laning phase against platinum and diamond players is suddenly actually very possible and not as strugglish. Just remember to do these exercises consistently, but don't be too hard on yourself either. Remember, at the end of the day, this is a game and you're supposed to have fun. And that's about it for this video. I hope that I helped some of you watching this. Leave a comment down below telling me your experience with farming, if you have your own way of improving at farming. Subscribe to keep tab of new videos, like if you like this video, dislike if you dislike the video, and I'll see you guys next week. Until then, stick to the plan, viewers!